Sonnets are an appealing form of poetry because they come to us in iambic pentameter, and if spoken in sentences, it sounds like conversational speech. Even though they often have a very intricate rhyme scheme, the rhyme is sublimated. One doesn't notice that there is a rhyme because one merely notices the message the speaker is saying. One of my favorite sonnets is in the Petrarchan form, not the more familiar Shakespearean sonnet that we use in English, but a Petrarchan sonnet by William Wordsworth. Many people know it, but I want to recite it here again anyway, even though most of us already know it. Many of us already know it. The world is too much with us. Late and soon, getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. Little we see in nature that is ours. We've given our hearts away, a sordid boon. The sea that bears her bosom to the moon, the winds that are howling at all hours, and are upgathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything we are out of tune. It moves us not. Great God, I'd rather be a pagan suckled in a creed outworn. So might I, standing on this pleasant lea, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn. Have sight of Proteus rising from the sea, or hear old Triton blow his wreathed horn. So there's a Petrarchan sonnet. Now let's just have one Shakespearean sonnet from some guy named Shakespeare. Now, he wrote this one, Shall I compare thee to a summer day? What a great poem. What a great poem. But then this other one is kind of, in a way, it's a takeoff on Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? But in another way, it's like saying, Shall I compare thee was a bunch of BS. Yes, this is what's real. But it's a very, very entertaining poem. I've always liked it. It's called Sonnet Number 130. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is more red than her lips red. If snow be white, then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow from her head. I've seen roses damasked, red and white. No such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes there is more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her voice, yet I know music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I've never seen a goddess go. When my mistress walks, she treads on the ground. And yet, I think my love as rare as she belied by any false compare. Now these two sonnets are mock sonnets. The only thing that really resembles a sonnet about them is that they've got 14 lines. They're not actually in iambic pentameter throughout, and they're not, they don't have the typical rhyme scheme that you expect from a sonnet. But they are kind of entertaining, and so I've brought them to you here. Now, this one is actually the first poem that I ever had published. I used to work for a newspaper at night, and I wrote like an ad for the newspaper, kind of a silly, entertaining ad. Now somebody's name comes up in this sonnet, and it's a name that is now famous for something completely different than what he was famous for then. So don't laugh about what he's famous for now. And I'm not talking about what he's famous for now. I wrote it a long time ago. It's about what he's famous for then. You know, don't even pay attention to him. It's just a name that passes by. Just pretend you didn't hear it. Okay, are you ready? This is called Tricolor Sonnet. Gone, have you gone as far as you want? Do you want a new chariot? Is it time to sell that car, time to lasso a new one with your lariat? Do you wanna meet an exciting new person, one with whom you can communicate and date? Want to be free with while reciting your verse? And better answer that ad, don't you wait too late. Want a fishing boat that you can set afloat in your moat, or one to get up and go, just like O.J. Simpson, a playful pet, perhaps a puppy, parrot, or goat? You can find all behind the banner, gold, black, and crimson. Ask anyone, inquire of every advisor, to sell, socialize, or buy, try the advertiser. And then, they printed it in the newspaper by Sonnet, and nobody else there, I mean, maybe somebody else there went to college, but the same person that went to college wasn't the one who was aligning the sonnet on the page, so it doesn't have 14 lines. It's got like 25, 26, 27 lines, no rhymes at the end of the line or anything like that. No reason to figure out that this was a sonnet at all, or that the person who said it knew what the word sonnet meant. The first ever 2-stanza sonnet. I thought about the manger scene. Hark the herald angels sing. I sang a song from Mendelssohn and quickly put my sandals on. Thought now 'tis time to leave this place. I'm leaving at an even pace, 1 mile per hour, whereupon by night I might make marathon. Resurgence of the seraphim, detergence of the terrapin, meaning what rides on his shell needs cleaning, this dishonest hell. A 12-line song with 2 tacked on it suddenly becomes a sonnet.